Hey guys, and welcome back. So today is going to be a one brand tutorial featuring all LA Girl products. So I don't know if you guys know, but Ulta is now selling LA Girl cosmetics products. Like, they're coming out with eyeshadows and like blushes and highlight and contour things and stuff like that. So it's awesome that Ulta is now selling it because I can get it easier. For my eyebrows, I was going to use their brow pencil, but I don't really like brow pencils. Like, this is a good alternative if you're someone who likes brow pencils, because I'm pretty sure this is only like $5.99. But I just like to stick to my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow because it never fails me. But other than that, everything else will pretty much be LA Girl. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing that I will be trying out is the new new eyeshadow palettes by LA Girl. And I do like the packaging. This was about $5.99. You get 4 eyeshadows, and then the packaging is like this cool like rectangle looking thing. So I think that's kind of cool and innovative. I don't see anybody else rocking this kind of packaging. So I'm going to start with the one that's all matte, and I'm going to take like these 2 shades right here as my transition shade and just blend this all into the crease. Dipping into the palette, I am getting some like fallout, but fallout really doesn't bother me because I find that the more pigmented an eyeshadow is, the more fallout it has. So fallout to me is like a good sign. Not bad, and as you guys can see, they're pretty much blending pretty good. And it's really not a black, it's more of like a dark brown color. So I'm going to put this in the outer V. In the other palette there is a black, but I'm not going to use that because I don't want this to be too dark. So I'm just using this deep brown and just blending everything out. So for my lid shades, I'm going to be taking that kind of blue and grayish color and also the gold. And I'm just going to kind of blend those together. Oh wow. Alright, so these shadows are definitely pigmented, and I'm pretty sure they're only like $5.99, so that's a pretty good deal. Alright, so the gold is not that pigmented. The blue was a lot more pigmented than that, but that's fine. I'm just going to pack this on and build it up. This one is in the shade Dramatize, and it has 3 shimmers and then a black color. So I figure if you do want to have like some more blending shades, you might want to pick this one up as well. And this one is in the shade Urbanize because this has a lot of matte. So it has like our transition colors, a deeper color, and then also a cream color, which this is what I use to set my base for my eyeshadow. So I do give those eyeshadow palettes a thumbs up. I like them. I wasn't expecting a lot, but it came through. I'm going to go ahead and apply these Ardell lashes, and then I'll come right back to finish the rest of my face. Okay, so lashes are on, and I've already applied my primer, which is the Urban Decay smoothing primer that I've been like obsessed with. I can't help it. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Long Wearing Illuminating Foundation. You guys know I love this. It's like such an awesome foundation. It is illuminating. So if you do have oily skin, my only thing is that I feel like you need to make sure you set this foundation. If not, it may be a little too slippery for you. But because I have dry skin, this like works perfectly. And oh, it's just so pretty. This thing is full coverage. Like, look at my face in like 2 seconds. Look, full coverage. I know, it's awesome. For concealer today, I'm going to be using the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm very aware that this is not LA Girl, but the LA Girl Pro Concealer is a great concealer. So if you guys are in the market, it's like $2.99 at the beauty supply store, and it's full coverage and it blends like a dream. But when I was at Ulta, I forgot to buy it. And then also at Ulta, it's like $4.99. So like, I'm not paying $4.99 when I can go down the street to Coco's and get it for $2.99. So I actually just forgot to pick it up. And then the ones that I have here, they're kind of old and like it's like the oils have separated. So I'm not going to use that. So I'm just going to use the Tarte Shape Tape, which is another bomb concealer. But it's obviously a lot more expensive. But honestly, I feel like the LA Girl Pro Concealer is very comparable to this because of how much coverage it has. Like, that concealer is bomb, and it's been around for a long time. So if you haven't heard of it, you're sleeping. Okay, so now that that is blended out, I will be cream contouring using the Highlight and Contour Cream from LA Girl. Now, when I went to Ulta, they had a light, medium, and then one that just said Highlight and Contour. So I don't know if they have a deep one or whatever, but this is the deepest that I saw, and this one is in the shade medium. So I feel like if you are darker than me, this is not going to contour you. So I don't know if they have another one that is in deep, but you may just have to buy it online. But in Ulta, I just saw light, medium, and then highlight and contour. And then the one that was highlight and contour was like a grayish looking one. Like, I don't know who that's supposed to contour, but this one is in the shade medium. So I'm going to use this one to contour today, and I'm not going to be using the highlight shade just because I've already applied concealer, but I'm going to be using the deep shade to contour the cheeks. So typically I would use something that is darker than this to contour with, not the Anastasia contour kit. This one is a lot more creamier than that one, so if you like cream contouring, you like one that is nice and like slippery and soft, then you probably want to go with something like this because it's blending out really, really nicely. Now that we have our foundation, our cream contour, our concealer and stuff on, it is time to set. So for setting today, I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Powder, and this one is in the shade Banana. Now, about a few months ago, they came out with like the setting powder, but it was the translucent white one. Y'all, that one had me looking like Casper the Ghost. Like, it's not cute. There's nothing that can work with that one. Like, you will have flashback with that one. This one, however, is a banana toned powder. So I'm going to use it today, and then I'll take a picture with flash and like let you guys know in the description box if it gave me flashback or not. But it is more yellow tone, so I feel like, oops. Oh, yeah, it is yellow tone, so I feel like this will not give as much flashback, but that other one, no. So what I do is I take my e.l.f. setting brush and I tap into, like, this is the lid because it has a lot of powder in here. And so you see how it has all that powder? So now I just tap to try to get as much powder off. So all I do is go under my eyes and set. And what I'm doing is patting. I'm not swiping, I'm just patting exactly everywhere where I applied my concealer. So this technique, I wouldn't say it's like baking or anything like that, but it's definitely setting your face. Like, I'm not swiping, I'm making sure that I have enough powder under my eyes, and I find that this gives like the most airbrushed look. It's not too much powder, but it's not like a little bit of powder. So I really find that this method works the best whenever I'm setting my face. Girl, oh my god, my under eyes look like life. So same technique with the rest of my face. I just tap into the container and just pack on exactly where I applied my concealer. So now that we have our concealer set, I'm just going to take whatever is left over in this cap and just lightly go over the rest of my face. And the reason I'm doing this is because we did apply a cream product to my face. So like if I went in straight with my bronzer, it could come on like a little bit screechy and like blotchy because my contour is not set. So I always set my entire face. For contour today, I'm going to use the pressed powder from LA Girl. I've used this a ton of times in my video. It's really good. So it's just their pressed powder, and this is the deepest shade that they have in Cocoa. I feel like they need to extend their powders because if they want people to contour, like, they need deeper powders, right? That's what I think. Because this works for me, but I feel like if you're a little bit darker, it may not work for you. So for blush, I'm going to be using their Just Blushing blush that is in the shade Just Glowing. So LA Girl just came out with these blushes, and again, the rectangle packaging, I just love it so much because I feel like it's so different. Like, we're used to seeing, you know, like round blushes and things like that, but this is a rectangle. I don't know, I just really like it, and it has really good packaging. And again, this is only like $5.99. So they had other shades, but I went with a shade that I would typically use. This is more of like a coral. Some blushes can be overly pigmented, and then you tap one time and now you look like a clown. So I don't like that, but this is really, really pretty. So it's definitely like a blush that I would go towards. So for under my eyes, I'm just going to take the same shades we used as the transition color and run that under there. I didn't want to go in with like that deep brown just because I don't want it to be like too dark up under here. So I'm just going to run this under here and then apply some bottom mascara. So for highlight today, I'm going to be using the Strobe Light Strobing Powders from LA Girl. I think these highlighters are pretty, but I feel like in the sunlight and in person, they just look super, super powdery. They don't really blend out that well. They just look like kind of just like chalk on your face, really. So if you have a lot of texture on your cheeks and things like that, I would definitely stay away from these highlighters because they just really, really emphasize it. So it doesn't really give off like a Anastasia glow kit kind of glow or like a Becca highlighter glow. It doesn't. It's very much like a boom piece of chalk on your face. It's not cute, but for the video, I'll be using this one. If you did have to pick up any shade throughout the line, because they have like, I think 10 shades, I would definitely get the 50 watt because it is the best one, but I still am not like a huge fan of it. Actually, in the sunlight, girl, you look a little crazy. So, but this one is in the shade 50 watt, so it's kind of like a champagne gold. And I'm just going to highlight all over my face. LA Girl has these matte flat finish pigment glosses. So okay, so they're matte, but they're gloss. So that's kind of weird. But these things have been around for, I think, like a year now. And I got the shade So I have the shade Rebel and then also the shade Dreamy. So I'm trying to figure out which one I'm going to use. I think I'm going to use Dreamy just because I like light pinks. Ooh, so super pigmented. Okay, so this is the finished look. Now I just want to go over some of the products that I used today and give you guys like my final thoughts. I do recommend the eyeshadow palettes. I wasn't expecting a lot of pigment, but these things are bomb. Now the shimmers can be a little bit more shimmery. I feel like maybe if I would have sprayed it like with a setting spray, they could have popped a little bit better. But the mattes blended good, the shimmers blended good. So I think these are definitely worth the money. I'm going to go back and get more shades and maybe do some makeup tutorials using them. But I mean, for like $5 you get 4 eyeshadows, like 4 good eyeshadows. So I definitely recommend those. The foundation, you guys already know, is lit. This thing is life. So the cream contour and the banana powder are probably like the most standout products in this video. This blended like butter, like life on your face. Like I loved it so much. So I'm definitely gonna be using this in my videos. And then this banana powder like literally made my skin look like butter and like a baby's butt again. Like I just love this so much. So I am going to take a picture and see if it has like flashback, and I'll leave like whether or not it does in the description box so you guys can read down below. But these two right here, life. Like I love these. These are my favorite products of the day. The blush was good too. This one is in the shade Just Glowing, so it's like an orangey peach blush, and it has like some shimmer in it, but you definitely can't really see it on the face. Just gives like a nice sheen, but I do like it. As far as the matte glosses, I think they call it a gloss just because of the like applicator, because it's kind of like a gloss like applicator, but it's definitely not glossy. It's matte. I use the shade Dreamy, which is like a pink kind of muted color. I will say that it's emphasizing like every single line that's on my lips. It's not dried yet. I've had it on for about 5 to 10 minutes and it's still not dry. Like it's very tacky. So I don't know what that's all about. I don't know, but I'm probably not going to go back and get more shades of these. I will try this shade that's in Rebel and see if I like it, but they're okay. So that is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.